Well, good evening. I was just saying hello to everybody on Zoom. It's been lovely to welcome lots of new folks on Zoom tonight, and it was really lovely to hear where folks are coming from. And it's always exciting, I think, when we gathered with. I think there's one person on Zoom who's in Barnsley, which is just around the corner from me, and a couple of folks from Ontario tonight, and I think anywhere in between. Well, probably not mid-Atlantic, but it's been lovely to be able to gather together from wherever we may be. And wherever you're joining on YouTube, you're really welcome as well. It's really great to have you with us. So this is the second rehearsal on Come Ye Thankful People Come, and hopefully by the end of this evening you'll all feel happy and confident and be ready to go and record your part and ready to send that in for us to bring all our voices together. In order to do that, you're going to need the run-through tracks. Don't panic if you go on the members site and don't see them yet. That's on my the top of my to-do list tomorrow. So hopefully mid to late afternoon they'll be going up then to give you opportunity to do that. Because I'm aware there's not awfully long before I've asked for the videos to be sent in. I think it was about this time next week, maybe Sunday, I think. All because this will be the opening song. Come Ye Thankful People Come will be the opening song for the next Big Church Sing, which is a wonderful kind of celebration of singing and song and worship, sung worship, which goes out on the Methodist Church in Britain's YouTube channel. So that'll be happening on, I think, 4:00 on the 4th of October. And Come Ye Thankful People Come will kick us off. And we're also joined by groups including London Community Gospel Choir have an offering for us, and also Celtic Worship and lots of other folks as well. So it's going to be a real treat. Yes. Is there anything else I need to say right now? I don't think so. Other than we should probably start to sing and get ourselves warmed up. I always aim for these rehearsals to finish at the hour mark. If we're really blessed with time going through Come Ye Thankful People Come, which I think we probably will be, we might have a little look at Love Divine, the Howard Goodall setting, which will be starting as the kind of next project towards the end of the rehearsal. But we'll see how we get on. So first of all, I'd like to encourage you, if you'd like to stand, you're welcome to stand. I can't stand, otherwise you won't see me on screen, but you're welcome to stand. Or if you're sat, I just encourage you to find a good kind of singing position. So it might be that you find your both feet nice and firm on the floor. Think about your feet being, whether you're sat or stood, your feet being about hips width apart. And it's good to get the whole of your foot connected to the floor. So both the ball of the foot near the big toe, the ball of the foot near the little toe, and your heel making kind of 3 points. And so I think about the foot as a tripod, really. So all 3 points are well connected into the floor. And just think about a growth through the back and coming up the top of the spine. And it's like we're imagining, really, the sound is coming from the midriff and then going straight up in a line and out the crown of the head is where we're kind of directing our sound. We're just going to start with a gentle hum, just to warm those voices gently up. I'm just going to sing down the scale like this. Let's try it together. Good, I'll just check with everybody on Zoom. Can you hear me and the piano both okay? Excellent, good. Lots of thumbs up. That's good news. Okay, we're going to move to an ooh vowel now. I'd like this ooh to feel warm and round and forwards. Ooh. Let's try that together. Okay, good, lovely. Just the gentle fifth. I'm just going to have a slidey fifth, so it sounds like this. So I want you to be very naughty choral singers and do all those things that most of you choral directors will be telling you most of the time. Don't slide on that note, but I'd like to slide for this warm-up, please. So, great. This time, try and make the slide happen almost as soon as you start, and then continue to slide right until the moment when we start to slide back down. Last one of these. Good. Can you say, please, sing? I'm going to trust that was an excellent sing. And on the NG sound at the end of sing, call it the siren sound. I'd just like to explore your range on that sound. So it sounds a bit like this. Sing. Have a go. Explore that range. Sing. Good. It's a really lovely, safe way to warm the voice up. And if you're ever feeling vocally tired, when you're on your 6th take, whatever it might be, you're starting to feel a little tired, a quick siren around the range is a lovely way just to relax the larynx. Excuse me. Okay. This is one of my favourite little patterns, with credit to my good old friend David Lawrence. And it goes... So that's the first half. Let's try that again. Second half goes like this. Try that again. The third half. So we're going to put those 3 ideas together, so the whole thing sounds like this. This time, let's put a D's before it. So I'm going to keep it very light and quite staccato. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Great, now we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to take the D out. And I'd like to think about all the support for all the staccato notes coming from down here rather than being a glottal thing here. But so, let's try it together. 3, 8. Good, I'm sure you sang that much better than I did. I'm sure it was glorious. Okay, so what I'd like to think about now is we're going to sing it legato, but we're going to think staccato. So all of those, as we were singing it staccato, there was such care as to the individual placement of each note. Now we're going to sing it legato, but I still want you to think about exactly where each of those notes was sitting. 3, 8. Excellent. Right, hopefully you're feeling warmed up to some level and ready to dive in. It was very exciting this week to get a video through from Gerard Brooks, who's the music director, Methodist Central Hall, Westminster, and he's sent in the organ recording already. I'll give you a little flavour if you like. Let me just share the screen. I'll give you a bit of a flavour of it. I won't play it all. To bring all that together. Sorry to cut him off so rudely there, but I'm really looking forward to us singing with the organ and with each other through this. I'm going to work backwards this evening. I'm going to start right at the very, very end. I'm going to start with the Amen. It seems a very sensible place to start. I mean, why not? And sopranos, your Amen goes like this. Amen. Now you're there for a very, very long time. So you may need to sneak a breath on the men at some point. But let's just do that once, sopranos. And and it's at least that long. Altos. Amen. And again, you're there for a very, very long time. And Amen. Okay. Tenors. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you tenors will have noticed that's the same as the soprano part, and just leaves the basses. Amen. Let's do tenors and basses together. So tenor, bass, and then you hold for quite a while before coming off. Okay, good. We're going to try that all together. We'll try that all together once without the recording. So sopranos, alto, tenor, bass, 3, and Now, what I'd like to add here on this final men, you see it's marked, if I move my cursor here, you can see it's just marked fortissimo at the end, and there's a pause, and there's nothing else really going on. There's a crescendo earlier on here in bar 61, and we will do that crescendo, but I'd just like to save a little bit of breath left, so that on the final note, we can just feel a little growth, like we're about to send the sound off into the ether, into the distance somewhere, as we reach the end of that final note. It's a bit of a brass band trick for anybody who's involved with brass bands. Have that little gentle swell at the very end of a chord. So we're going to aim for that. So bar 60, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, with that little swell towards the end. Okay, great. So we're just going to try the Amen with the recording to give you a bit of an idea of my computer wakes up of what this sounds like with the organ and some other singers. So this is just a few bars going into it.
Praise the glorious harvest.
Lovely. Okay, good. So hopefully you're all feeling happy with the end. It's always good to feel happy about the ending of a piece. We're just going to rewind a little bit back to the top of this page that I'm sharing, which is bar, print's a bit small, bar 52. And sopranos here have, come with all thine angels, come. Let's try that, sopranos. And come with all thine angels, come. Once more. And come with all thine angels, come. Altos. Come with all thine angels, come. Come with all thine angels, come. Notice there, altos, you've got a different rhythm to everybody else on angels. So do stick with that and don't be put off by them. Tenors. Come with all thine angels, come. And again. Come with all thine angels, come. And basses. Come with all thine angels, come. Again. Come with all thine angels, come. Okay, try that together. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano, and all happy. Looking towards those on Zoom. Give me a thumbs up. Excellent, very good, very good. Lovely. You can see recorder action going on too, which is brilliant, excellent, lovely. And so the middle line here, which we've not looked at yet. Sopranos. Raise the glorious harvest home. Raise the glorious harvest home. Altos. Raise the glorious harvest home. Tenors. Raise the glorious harvest home. And finally the basses. Raise the glorious harvest home. Now hopefully you noticed as I was demonstrating it, on the raise, if we could sing that with a really good rolled R, raise the glorious. Now the R in the middle of glorious, we'll just do a gentle flick rather than glorious, but glorious. Harvest, and without any rolled harvest, but might sound a wee bit Scottish, I think. So raise at the very beginning there. So soprano, alto, tenor, bass. Raise the glorious. 3 and. And carrying on. 3 and. Save enough breath for the swell and off. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to go back up to the previous previous slide. You can see there's unhelpfully actually over this page turn there's a little moment where the sopranos have like a descant idea, and this is from bar 50, in thy presence to abide, O, and then it carries on for sopranos. And so sops you have, in thy presence to abide, O come with all thine angels come. Okay, ooh, sorry, let me find where we are. There we are. In thy 3, 4, 1. In thy presence to abide, O come with all thine angels come. Now, sopranos, as you sing the O here, if it can have a real hark the herald angels sing descant kind of moment, if that makes sense. It wants to be a real sense of arrival on the O rather than the come. In thy presence to abide, O come. Da-dum. That'll help really lead everybody else on. Altos, we're going to go from the beginning of the bottom line here. Therefore ever purified. Therefore ever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all, and then we're in familiar territory. Okay, there, 3. Therefore ever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all thine angels come. Okay, good. I'll stop in a minute and just unmute and check everybody's happy. But for now, tenors. Therefore ever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all thine angels come. So tenors, you're the part where there's an awful lot of accidentals to watch out for, whether it be your B flats and then your C sharp over the page. Let's try that again, tenors. There and therefore ever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all thine angels come. Good, and just notice this second bar, I might have mentioned before, tenors, but that C there is a C natural after your C sharp earlier on that line. It's just missing its cautionary natural basses. Therefore ever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all thine angels come. Let's do that again, basses. Thine forever purified, in thy presence to abide, come with all thine angels come. All right, so let's try this section all together. Therefore ever, altos and the tenors in a pure unison to start with the altos, basses, and sopranos. Get ready, you've got 2 bars and a beat, rest, and then you're in. And page turn. Good, we're going to try that with the recording because sadly I've not got enough hands to be able to play and not the music on at the same time. So I'm hoping this will take us into that section. Let's have a little listen.
Free from sin.
Yeah, there we go. Let's rewind a little bit further back. So this will just take us into Therefore Ever Purified.
Free from sorrow, free from sin, therefore ever purified, in thy presence, O abide, come with all thine angels come. Praise the glorious harvest, Amen.
Good. Right. So there's just the very beginning of this verse to look at. Even so, Lord, quickly come. This is there's a big modulation going into this, but we'll start bang on the new key to begin with. So tenors and altos in a pure unison. So altos, we will fill in this optional part. Even so, Lord, quickly come. And then it's split. So altos and tenors together, and even so, Lord, quickly come. Basses. Even so, Lord, quickly come. Once more. Even so, Lord, quickly come. Lovely. Altos, let's carry on with your To Thy Final Harvest Home. So you've just sung an E on come, and then we're going back down to the C. To thy final harvest home. To thy final harvest home. Tenors. To thy final harvest home. To thy final harvest home. Basses. To thy final harvest home. Sure, you can sing it cleaner than I did. Let's see that again. To thy final harvest home. And sopranos. To thy final harvest home. To thy final harvest home. Let's go from the beginning of that line altogether. So alto and tenor, basses, and. And then we carry on with tenors and basses in unison together. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Altos. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. All the way down there. And again. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Now, if these 4-bar phrases, you can see most of the 4-bar phrases are marked with a dotted slur going through them as a reminder not to breathe. If you discover that actually you don't quite have enough breath for the full 4 bars, so I encourage you to avoid breathing where there's a slur marked and then breathe anywhere else, but just not between, in this case, between in and free. Just make sure that slur is there. As the sopranos will now demonstrate. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. It's quite a low line there for you sopranos. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Let's try all together. Gather thou. So sopranos and altos, tenors and basses. 3 and. Okay, we're just going to put that into context from the beginning of the top of this page. Even so, Lord, quickly come. Tenor, alto, basses, and. Great, we're just going to do a little physical exercise on this line. What I'd like you to do is get your fists ready in quite a firm kind of way, and we're going to not quite pummel the sound, but at least give it a little bit of a workout here. I did my first Joe Wicks session this morning. Oh my goodness! If anybody's ever done a Joe Wicks session, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm sure it's good for me, but it didn't feel good at the time, I can tell you. Anyway, right. So with the kind of the pummeling going on the words, "To thy final harvest home." So we'll sing fairly legato. Actually, let's try the whole of the top line with a bit of weight. So if I was a tenor, I would do this. Even so, Lord, quickly come to thy final harvest home. So each note has kind of got its own little pocket of sound. Let's try altos, tenors, and basses together with a kind of fisty action going on there. And even so, Lord, quickly come. Great. And then in contrast to that, I'd like to get your kind of conductory arms out in that kind of lovely, wafty conductory way, in a flowing kind of way. And we're going to conduct ourselves on "Gather thou thy people in, far free from sorrow, free from sin." So, gather thou and gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Lovely, good. We're going to try those two lines together now. So the first line, bit of energy like that. Second line, lovely and smooth. So, even, and smooth. Okay, well done. Excellent, good. And that's exactly the kind of character we want for this section. We're going to, in fact, before I run it, let me just unmute if I can find where to do that. Everybody happy? Any questions of this final verse?
Otherwise, the simple stuff on the floor.
Those have gone really well, fantastically well. I've introduced.
So most folks seem happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good news. Right. Okay. In which case, I'm going to crack on. We're going to try this third and final verse with the recording. I'll hopefully give you a good play into it, because as you can see here, we have been in F major to start the piece. As we reach the third verse, we're then going to C major. So there's a big old key change here. So it's just something to watch out for. So let's see where I found in the recording.
And the full corn shall appear, harvest that we some bread and even so, Lord, quickly come to thy final harvest home. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. Therefore ever glorified in thy presence, O Lord, make all thy angels known. Raise the glorious harvest
Wonderful. Good. So hopefully everybody is happy with all of that so far. Now we're going to go right back to, not that far back, to the second verse. All the world is God's own field. You'll notice there's a verse omitted in this arrangement. And we are going to stick with the language, the old ye's and these and thous and things, rather than the modern translations of it. So now we're in F major. And sopranos, you're on the tune. So just sing this together then. All the world is God's own field, fruit unto His praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy and sorrows grown. First the blade and then the ear. Okay, so I don't think there'll be any surprises there for you sopranos. Just to say on then the ear, just try and keep that sustained all the way to the bar line before coming off. Altos. All the world is God's own field, fruit unto His praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy or sorrows grown. First the blade and then the ear. And similarly to the sopranos, lovely long ear when you get there. Let's do that again. Why don't we do sopranos and altos together? So, all the world, 2, 3. Okay, well done. Hopefully that all makes sense and you're all happy with that so far. Tenors. All the world is God's own field, fruit unto His praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy or sorrow grown. You'll hear sopranos and altos, and then you carry on with, then the full corn shall appear. Okay. Look at that in a bit more detail later, tenors. But let's just sing that once more, that this page we're on. All the world and fruit unto His praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy or sorrows grown. Then the full corn shall appear. Basses. All the world is God's own field, fruit unto His praise to yield. Wheat and tares together sown, unto joy or sorrows grown. Then the full corn shall appear. Let's try tenors and basses together. So tenor, bass, and. Okay. Let's try that all together. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and. Rightio. So we've now reached bar 34. Lord of Harvest, grant that we no breath, wholesome grain, and pure may be. Sopranos, no surprise here. Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. The only thing to watch out for here for everybody is in bar 37, pure may be. The tune is twice as long as it ordinarily would be. Lord Sopranos, Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. And if we can have the lovely sense of crescendo through pure may be, and keep that the B sustained right through, would be wonderful. Let's start with the basses now. Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. And Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. Tenors. Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. Altos. Lord of Harvest, grant that we wholesome grain and pure may be. Particularly altos, I like to lean into the third beat of pure, so it kind of grows through there. Wholesome grain and pure may be. So we enjoy the little suspension. All together, bar 34, Lord of Harvest. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass, 2, 3. Beg your pardon, tenors. Let's do the whole of that verse. All the world is God's own field. But we'll do it with the recording. But sopranos, alto, tenor, bass. Let me give you a bit of a run into it. Hopefully, all of that made sense, and we reached the moment where we thought, oh yeah, this is very familiar, and we're all happy with it. Now, the good news is, the first verse, we simply sing this in unison together. And the only things really to watch out for are lovely 4-bar phrases, which most of the time are marked with this dotted slur. But then as I go to the second page, bar 16, come to God's own temple, come. The sopranos will have clocked this all the time while they've been singing the tune. But it's not a passing note on the short note, but is a repetition of the first note. Come Come to God's own temple, come. No other version there, or we'll end up with, which might be a nice kind of jazzy version, I guess. But let's try and stick with that one note. Come to God's own temple, come. Okay. So we're going to go all the way from the very beginning and put all of that into context. There's a 3-bar introduction, and then you're in. So right from the very top, here we go.
Come, ye thankful people, come, raise a song of harvest home. On safely gathering at the winter songs begin. God, our Maker, doth provide for each to be supplied. Come to God's own temple, come, raise a song of harvest song. All the world is God's own field, fruit unto His praise to bring. Wheat and tares together sown unto joy where sorrows roam. First the grain and then the full corn shall appear. Lord of harvest, drought and green, wholesome grain and even so, Lord, quickly come to thy final harvest home. Gather thou thy people in, free from sorrow, free from sin. There forever glorified in thy presence, O raise a glorious harvest
Well done, well done, well done. So there is the whole of Come Ye Thankful People Come. Hopefully, you're now feeling happy with all of that, and that all makes sense. Of course, this rehearsal will be available on YouTube and on the members page of the website. I'll pop it up tonight, so that'll be available to watch again if there's anything you want to go back over. But let's check in with everybody on Zoom. Are we all in a good place?
It's only giving me 3.
Fine.
Good.
Good, good.
Good, thank you.
Anybody want to say anything or say hello? I'll stop sharing my screen if
Trying to find gallery view.
Last collection date is going to
Anybody
be
want to say hello to anybody?
Yeah, hello, this is Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Hello. Oh, you can hear me.
something I
Yeah.
see.
You can do it if you like. Right. Just swirling to see who's else is there.
Hear you.
Hi, I enjoyed it. Thank you. I was a bit late coming in. Sorry.
No, not at all.
All this is a bit new to me, so got the gizmo going. And
I always like it when people arrive.
I'm sure you do, and not leaving.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Anyway, thank you.
Apologies for having arrived 3 times because Zoom kept kicking me out.
Oh dear.
We're here now, so that's good.
Okay.
And
Might see somebody you know.
hi, Karen.
Just to say, can we get a score to sing from somewhere?
Have a look on the members page.
Oh, I couldn't find it earlier.
I printed mine out. Yes.
Hey now, Karen.
Yeah. Late afternoon.
Definitely on the members
Heather
page.
from York.
Have a look on the members page.
Heather from York.
Thank you.
Oh, Joanne, let me find you. Where's Jo? Oh, Joanne. There we go. There we go.
I'll swirl back again. Yeah. So don't look, close your eyes while I swirl away.
How are you, Joanne?
Yes, I am fine, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, playing along with my recorder so to try and get in the tune as well.
That's I mean, that's one benefit of doing rehearsals on Zoom. I mean, one wouldn't ordinarily be able to take your recorder along to a rehearsal.
The piano's downstairs, so I've got a bit of a problem with that one, but I can do that later.
Great. Good day. Well, so I thought it might be nice to finish with. It'll just be a bit of a sing through of Love Divine. What we're going to start with. We're going to start working on next time. After this project will kind of come to a close at the end of the week, beginning of next week, in terms of sending in your videos. But beyond that, we'll then start back. There's a little bit of a break while I just give myself time to be able to edit and mix everything together, and then we'll come back for rehearsals again. I think the 5th of October we've got in, but the dates are on the website, and I unhandily didn't write it down before the session started, which I probably should have done. And when we'll start working on Love Divine, and I've got an idea of what we're going to be doing at Christmas.
Ooh, Christmas.
You're telling or not?
No, I'm not telling. I'm just
Oh.
afraid that's.
Not even a hint. Can you give us a bit of a hint? A clue?
Let's say
Could build up to it week by week on rehearsals. Just give us a clue every week.
Okay, the final word is down.
Oh, came down.
Came down at Christmas.
Down. Definitely heading down.
So but we're also had a really interesting, lovely email from somebody the other day talking about a collaborative Christmas project, which might be really, really lovely. So we'll yes, there's lots of things in the pipeline for us to look forward to. Lydia, you've got your hand up, or your virtual hand up.
I can't roll my R's, so I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, fine. If you can't roll your R's, that's a really good question. If you can't roll your R's, really don't worry. Just do it as you would.
Really don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't need to show off.
All good. Everybody who can roll the R's is roll them so triumphantly.
Lost my head.
So you can't, and it won't be a problem at all. Okay. Right. Shall we have a sing of Love Divine?
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'll just mute everybody again. And I'll share once I've got it on the right page. Okay, so I'll play the recording for us to sing to. It's a slightly quieter recording, but hopefully everybody will be able to hear it okay. Just find my... Here we go.
Love divine, love success.
good. So that's going to be lots of fun, I think. So I hope that's been helpful this evening. Hope everyone's feeling happy with what's to come with Come Ye Thankful People Come. And there's a couple of questions I can see on coming up, which I'll answer for everybody. I'm undecided of alto or soprano. Do you have a preference for what you need more? I don't have a preference, particularly with Come Be Thankful. It happens that, amazingly, through God's grace, that whenever we've received the videos, the balance is generally pretty good and pretty equal split between all the different parts. So, so that's good. Oh, guessing about Christmas stuff. I'm not saying anything. If anybody's confused, there's a couple of questions about the sending the videos over. If anybody's confused about it, do just drop me an email, or if anybody needs any more details, do just drop me an email. But the basic idea is that you need two devices, one to film yourself, one to watch the recording on. And the one you watch the recording on, you plug your headphones into that one, and then you can hear the track and see. For this one, you'll see me conducting. And then on the other device, you kind of have it about selfie height, but ideally just kind of resting on a windowsill or something, if you can, to capture you. And then if you go on the members page, you'll find all the details there, and there's even a form to be able to upload direct on the website, so you don't need to go anywhere else to do that. But yeah. So hopefully everything you need is on the members page, but do drop me an email if there's anything else. I'm going to unmute us all if there's any final thoughts.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you very much, Mark.
It was great.
Well, should we close with our chaotic grace? We'll leave us unmuted, and it will be a wonderful cacophony of a grace.
Okay.
The grace of our
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Love of
The
God.
love of God.
Fellowship of the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit.
With us all.
Evermore.
Amen.
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 God bless. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Lorna.
Thanks, Mark.